2 screens to do your stuff and one screen to watch me. I'm honored. Brains still have floating, so I won't be the most sharp of watchers. It is perfectly okay. There's gonna be a lot of reading, so you can put me in the background as some form of weird ASMR if you'd like. There is never any obligation to come on and just do stuff. Consume my content however you'd like. With ASMR in the background. Okay, noted. No, your nickname! No, why do you do this to me? I'm trying to be nice. Oh. Yeah, I know that. I know this song and the Witch's theme have both been commissioned to the same composer. Kind of want to ask them if they can make one for my character. I don't know how much it costs. Welcome, welcome, we are about to start. Completely forgot how to get in character, give me one moment. Right. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, Jimmy. Sorry. Hello, Jimothy. Still no news of Jimantha, lost somewhere in the wilds. And I have all of this. I've started kind of sifting through it. We have read the Dark Diaries already. These are just brewing potion made apparently by Luke. That's the script for the play that the Bastion wanted to put on. I wonder what happened to that. I will not comment on any of these. However, the curiosity is burning me to try to use this on someone. I wonder what knockback level 255 does. But just by the principle of the name of this stick, I wish not to use it on anyone. There's also this. I cannot begin to guess what it does. Probably some kind of wand, but I'm not sure why Kevin would leave me this. This one was interesting and it seemed different from the rest. All of those are records. And I'm going to go through, but this one seemed different. And of course that reminded me that I have my own stories. Well, stories. Books to go through. Yeah, let's go see. Because after all, despite everything... Am I armored? That doesn't make any difference. Despite everything, I am now the Archivist. The Archivist of the Valley. So I suppose until it is raised from existence, the library is mine to care for. I can't really ask Evryl to help with this, because I know the library was his baby. But he's probably very busy over in Argotlov. And I know that town holds a special place in his heart, so I don't really want him to... I want him to be able to focus on what's most important for him. Things have been quiet in the ravine. Things have been quiet on many fronts. Hi, Meth. I'm surprised that the potato farm still hasn't been fixed, which is the proof that somebody's better at destruction than he is at creation. Right? We didn't even destroy that big a part of it. Oh, never mind. There's some damage. Why don't I have Riptide? And I don't want to carry around 2 tridents. Whee! Should I fix this up here? Probably. Just for my own ease of use. Ethan can rot, but I need to be able to walk around. I think 2 more should do it. Damn. We even ripped into this building. Yeah, the flame machines are gone. I don't know why I expected them to still be there. Oh, the piglins didn't take this one. Thank you. Alright. The wheel's completely gone now. Finished burning, I suppose. Jake's skull still hasn't been touched. A bit of the sword has been. I should just clean up everything. See how long it takes him to even notice. But at the same time, I don't think I'm in a position to just continue being defiant. We need time. We are slowly finding solutions. So aggravating things now would be the most stupid move I could ever make. So... temper, temper. Anyways, let's find a good place to start reading everything. And after that, I'm going to gather some resources. Okay, there's some stuff to work with here. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep all of that stuff in mind. Just in case. That is a shit ton of books. That's gonna be very useful though. Because I want to use some stuff. Okay, okay. So there's all of that available. I wonder if the map got updated. No. Still from the glory age. My house doesn't even exist. Well, I said the glory age. Somebody's house was already exploded. I don't think there's a single map left that still remembers my house. Fun thought. You're gonna have traces all over the place, though. Which is good. You should. Anyways... So if I want to make a tiny shrine memorial to Caoimhinn, I was wondering if I could put it somewhere around here. And my thought was to maybe put it here. Because I think she would have wanted to be next to those little guys. I don't know why your guys are here. Or what you represent, but I think she would have wanted that. So we're gonna start working on that in a moment. But for now, let's go sit somewhere comfortable and start reading all the things we're going to be archiving. Whoopi seems to still be in vacation. Could sit here or here. Oh. I think that was Caoimhinn's favorite flower, so I might put that in a pot on top of everything. Well, here we go. All right. We have reading to do. Maybe first... should read you guys about the updates on what I've been writing. Those are the notes on the server's inhabitant. I updated a couple of those. Luke. Impulsive and resistant to counsel, though his importance cannot be overstated for the people of the valley. I hope he's all right. For Caoimhinn, deceased, and in part this is my fault. I don't think there's anything more I need to write down because, well, what was important to me, I already more or less told her and told the others, so... But it did hurt my soul to see that the last thing I thought to write down was that. I was really angry that day. Weirdly, I am lucky that I decided not to go further into the lab, because what happened to Ethan might have happened to me. Evryl included me in a safety measure. Looks for ways to save us too. I value this man immensely. I'm still deeply touched by that, actually, the fact that he included me. Ethan, current operator, regretfully. I didn't leave enough space for him, so all I had to ask was this. Sadistic and nihilist, cunning to reckon with. Andrew I updated now that I know that he's a technology expert. Very supportive of Atlas, though cautiously removed from most everything else. Has time travel knowledge. That might be useful, but I don't know precisely how it works, and the fact that the situation hasn't been resolved already Makes me think that it's going to be difficult for him to resolve it through time travel. Jake. Fascinating and quick, incredibly funny man. Has a heart bigger than he'd like, that only takes care and patience to discover. Has a surprisingly good head on his shoulder and a sense of danger that runs deep. He was able to sense that things were about to escalate before anybody else. That's why he started running. Not that it helped him, and I did leave him a letter, but I'm not sure he ever saw it. Maybe he's far away, maybe he's still in the valley, I don't know. I haven't quite seen him since. A little update on Chris. Creator of Project Phoenix, whatever that was, supposed to continue his legacy. Ethan seems to have been affected by it, causing his whole personality shift. So we still don't know exactly what Project Phoenix is, but if it takes away people's ability to care, I wouldn't want to go and investigate it any further. Update on Leon. A warm and fun individual, silly whenever he can and imposing when he wants to be. Has a strong drive, but knows how to bring light into the everyday struggle. Much stronger than he thinks, but he needs care too, as to not break under pressure. Still no news from Anne. They're apparently the only one that hasn't got slashed, which is impressive. Jay. A kind and caring person, bound by the obligations of her being. Even shackled to the operator, she tries to do her best to keep us as safe as possible. The extent of her efforts might never be known, but they are appreciated. And then we have the historical records, which I haven't updated in quite a while, so yeah, the last time I wrote was after the first day of the tournament. Ethan was declared the winner of the tournament. His wish was to be granted the operator status, which Luke did not account for nor oppose. Still angry at him about that, but let's move past it. Ethan then stripped Luke of his title of operator and took over. It is unclear what exactly happened, but a lot of people lost many lives in what would later be called the Slash. Survivors moved down into the Revin village, hoping that Ethan's wave of destruction would be minimized in his own territory. To make an example of his new nihilist mentality, Ethan blew up Oaktown. In response, I destroyed his potato farm. It's the first time in this record that I'm writing about myself and the fact that I am here. I'm trying to keep this as objective as possible. But as I put a warning, this is a part of history that I have experienced myself, and so a tiny bit of bias might be applicable. During an infiltration named Operation Godfall, Kevin sacrificed herself to let the resistance escape. She was executed publicly, not sure if I wrote that correctly, in a show of force from Ethan. Evil Luke, banished thousands of blocks away, was there to witness it before being sent away again. We held a funeral for Kevin, read her will, and divided her wealth accordingly. I am now Sun Valley's archivist. Evryl has been working on a broken command block since before the Slash, and he tied a bit of his soul to it to make it work. Now it confers him operator powers, although limited, in the area around Argetlov. He proved able to teleport Ethan away and to keep him away, but this cannot be used anywhere else, and we do not know how long he can keep this up safely. Our priority is to establish a connection to Luke and to keep our people safe. Jay is still forced to work for Ethan and is the most at risk of harm of us all, considering Ethan's disregard for life, even a life he needs. I should probably make a copy of these, just in case something happens to me. Oh, I can't open it if it's here. Let's move it over. Alright, time to read whatever Kevin gathered. We're gonna finish with this one, I think. So it's a letter to Jay. Good morning, Jay. I hope you're well rested after yesterday. I cannot feel my giblets. I seem to recall asking you to go on an adventure. Feel free to come over whenever, and we will go exploring. Just let yourself in the front door. We will go someplace fun and get you out of the box. See you soon, Keith. It's such a short letter, but it shows so much of Kevin's personality. The use of giblets in itself is incredible. But also the fact that she just expects people to walk in freely into her house says a lot about her warmth, in my opinion. The beginning. This is not written correctly. The beginning. I am not touching this title. If it looks like a witch and sounds like a witch, it could be a witch. It's actually a lot older than what one might think. Dormant. Hence why everything is overgrown. Passive and neutral, but will kill without mercy. Kent MLG water bucket has a fear of falling. Reluctance to use elytra. Won't spend too long underground after being trapped there, claustrophobic. Was alive long enough to see the rise and fall of an old cult dedicated to an extinct species of penguin. Knowledge of the whereabouts of those old churches remain unknown. I'm not too sure what to make of this. Precisely because it was written by Kevin, and I don't know if it's a list of random things she wanted someone to know about her, or if it's her note on somebody else, but it seems to apply much more to her than to anybody else, so that is a curious note for sure. Gone home. And coordinates. When it all starts to darken, find me in the garden. I don't know if I've ever been to these coordinates. I might copy this book and try to go have a look myself, see what I can find. I believe this was... When was this? When could this possibly have gone? There's a part of history where Kevin was moving away from people. I don't remember. Ah, some very old text from back during the events of the mysterious tools. Luke has the sword we found. Okay, hold on. Please put periods when you need to put them. Kevin, please. Luke has the sword. We found it in a meteorite a few weeks ago when we were raiding a woodland mansion. How did they get the meteorite in the first place? At first I was grateful such a powerful weapon was out of their control, as they didn't have much knowledge on what power they momentarily had. But now it seems much worse. What I thought was an accident in the dungeon between Luke and Leon appears now to be much more sinister. Luke just killed him unprovoked. And that's why poor Leon was so traumatized at what happened. He was the first to be killed by such a monstrous weapon, by his friend. The sword is quickly changing Luke. Within minutes of having it, he murdered Leon. But it's been a few weeks and Lord knows what it's whispering in his ears. He actually did it. He betrayed us all. I have been around for a few hundred years and even I have never seen a power such as this one. AJ, Evryl and myself called for a meeting to discuss how to confront Luke about Leon's murder and to ask the others to help us in finding other tools that are similar to the sword. I heard whispers many years ago, after rocks fell from the sky, of weapons and items needing to be locked away from the world's eyes. I should have paid more attention. Luke infiltrated the meeting, and upon our joint discovery of a pickaxe similar to the sword, Luke killed Byrne for having it. When confronted, myself and Chris both lost a part of our lives. A few weeks with the sword has him turning on Chris, of all people? Hopefully, Nick will not stay by Luke's side for much longer after this heinous betrayal. I believe Nick was Six's name. I am not sure, because I've found very, very little mentions of Six. Luke thinks of himself as a god, but what is a god to a non-believer? Both sides know of the possible whereabouts of another item. So far, we each have one. I am confident on the whereabouts of another, but given that Luke listens and watches, I won't disclose where I am going just yet. I plan on taking a small party out to where the hiding place might be, and hopefully we stay out of prying eyes on the road. That might be the Scythe Temple. Ooh. 2 giants of alabaster mark your way. In a room of evergreen and ebony, a tool overlooked in the eyes of the patient. Only what is sown can be reaped. Peace comes after an age of violence and heartache, the tool for healing. Yeah, that was the scythe. Sure could use this tool right now. For Caoimhinn by Evryl. Caoimhinn, I don't really know what to start this with other than I'm sorry about everything. That doesn't change what happened at the Spire and what will possibly happen in the future. I'm not excusing my actions at all, but I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I'm lost. I'm going to stop myself before I ramble further. That is not how you write that, my poor man. But I've put payment for the work on the library in the chest with this letter. I don't know if things will be better, but I know this will end soon if I can help it. Good luck and stay safe. Evryl. It's fun to see that he hasn't changed. Ooh, that's a fun one. This is the letter we received during the Halloween event. Dear honorable denizens of Sun Valley, I, Dr. Willem Weilhoof, a humble and literate piglin from the Nether, beseech your kind aid. In the warm glow of this written page, I seek your assistance in a most pressing matter. Amberstead Village has been preparing for the grand Hallowed Tide Festival. It is a time where our hearts are light and joy resonates through the cavernous halls. The spirits of the Nether dance with delight. Yet the harmony has been shattered. Our fellow piglins have begun vanishing without a trace, and a shadow of fear now hangs heavily over us. A malevolent entity, cloaked in darkness, preys upon us. The very core of our existence is under threat. I humbly implore you, the people of Sun Valley, known for your valor and camaraderie, to take up this solemn cause. Investigate this dark force that plagues our home, lest it claws past the veil and comes for us all. The gateway to our village has manifested on the far side of the Halloween town, perched along the cliff. I implore you, make haste, and bring forth your courage and wits. We await your arrival, ready to aid you in this endeavor. May the blazing infernos of the nether light your path, and may your valor shine as bright as the nether stars themselves. With earnest gratitude, Dr. Willem Weilhoff. And he turned out to just lock us up and make us run around. In our culture, we usually cremate the remains of the dead. This way their spirits can join the elements easier. Those who we care truly about or who have lived extraordinary lives are returned to the earth. It takes an unprecedented amount of energy and time to carve a tombstone for a loved one, but most of us do it. Cremations are only really done if there's no one left to take the time for the person they wish to be cremated, or there's an overwhelming amount of dead, which is the reality in times of famine, disease, or war. If buried, you're returned to the earth to continue the cycle. If cremated, you are returned to the sky for her to decide how you should return. Most return as some form of rain. The other arcing wish, however, is to return to the sky as starlight so one can continue to guide long after they have left. So why does the void, that's supposed to be empty, look like the night sky? We don't actually know what happens when we lose our last canon life, but seeing the void shook everything we believe in. What does the void hold? Could that be where we find those who are already gone? It's not really empty after all. Sure isn't. Sure isn't. Give me one moment. All right. I wouldn't go looking for people in the void. I don't think I could safely. And if it was really easy to come back from the void, then the most powerful of the dead would keep on coming back. So I suppose there has to be a reason. I don't think the deads are in the void. I think that would be too easy. All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Center. Stairs, stairs. Full wall. Doesn't really need anything bigger than that, to be honest. Given herself said she didn't want anything big, so... boop, boop. I'll have to return this to one of the boxes. Alright, so what do we want to put as a floor? There's more boxes over there. Oh, we have some choice. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking a lectern here, maybe. With Kievan's Will, if I can find a copy somewhere. I know I have one, I just need to find it again. On the side, I'd like some bookshelves. Then I'll need to do something for the roof. Do I have anything here? Not really. Let's have a look at how it would look. Then a slab of some variety in here, maybe. Keep it small. Alright, let's see what we can find outside. I wonder if there's moss caulk somewhere around, because it could be used as decoration, I think. Let's see. Or gilded blackstone as a ceiling. That is kind of stupidly expensive, but why not? Could just really keep it simple. Yippee! Where does this go? Oh, this feels like a Chris special. Or an Ethan special. Potentially something Bern did. One of them all, people. Alright, if we're doing something for Kievan, we are going to need greenery anyways. What is this now? There's stuff everywhere. This doesn't go anywhere. Fine, fine, fine. Oh, you know what? I wanted to use this, but I didn't have the time. Maybe this. And here, this one. It is ugly as balls. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna need to do something about this arch. It's just... Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to start throwing stuff in chests. It's kind of disrespectful for the people that have been working on it. Okay, not bad. So, one thing here, one thing here. Books, books, books. The lectern, maybe? Or we put the lectern here, and here we have a tiny statue or something. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's go see if we can make bookshelves. And empty bookshelves. It's night already. Let's hope nothing comes to interrupt me while I work. Because I would be really peeved if suddenly there was a creeper. Let's see. Need some books, some birch slabs. I'm gonna convert that to wood and that should work. Is there any more wood anywhere? No, but I'm gonna need this. Alright. What was I doing? Yes, planks. I need 2 of these and I don't have enough wood. Shame. Start here. Might need a book and quill. Which immediately makes the task a lot more difficult. Where can I get feathers and where can I get ink? Well, okay, the ink solved. I think I only need 1 for a lectern. Seems weird. No feather here. And none in here either. Okay. I know there's always chicken around Atlas's place, but she's very protective of those chickens. Sorry, snail, you're new. Wow, we haven't been in the valley long enough to not even know what's happening here. Oh, well, here we go. Perfect. Thank you, Leon. I'm sorry. If you need it at any point, I can give it back to you. Okay, maybe I didn't actually need it. Maybe all I needed was more wood. Well, I know where to find that, at least. By the way. Right, I also wanted candles. It still hurts that Kevin's gone. But there's also more of a sense of peace now. Well, usually that's where you would have a lot of wood, but... well, we'll manage. I'm hoping that's gonna be enough wood. If it's not, we can just come back. It's not very far. Miss building. I'm sick of getting cooped up in this ravine. I know it's for safety and I don't really have any more wiggle room. I have to stay safe. But I wish I could just get some of my projects back online. How do you make a lectern? Am I stupid? Oh, bookshelf, yes. Okay. Completely forgot that detail. Boop. Takes away the lights. Fine, we'll do something else then. Here we go. And now I need one more of these. Then I should be able to go grab some glowberries. Maybe some vines. Do something with that. Let's put the placeholder of what will be Caoimhinn. I need to empty my pockets because I am full of stuff. Gonna need to keep cold snap. Here we go. Here we go. Keeping the food. Those are mine. I shouldn't lose them. Now. The diaries from the time where Kevin had to take care of the tools. Oh wait, you know what actually? Hold on. Let me take this book. I'm going to copy Gone Home. I should copy all of them, but copy of the original. I'm going to copy Gone Home because of the coordinates in it, so I can go and have a look. I appreciate this one. I don't think it's essentially even related though. So I'm gonna archive it somewhere else where it fits better. And And then we still have this one to have a look at. Those are all important, but I want to give them the place they deserve. Those I'm just going to keep. No sense in archiving them. Okay. Little glowberry here. Here maybe a little slab. Well, not a slab, but something, and then we put candles over it. That could work. So I'll have to go and make the candles. Let's see. So I'm gonna go find a place for the other unrelated book. So I think at the bottom over there, it's a lot of different books. Yeah, here we go. Court cases. They've been drawing guides. Ah, here it is. There was already some. Let's put the brew guides in there for those that need it. Gone Home, this is my copy. Script for Duke. Halloween event. Reserve brewing guides. Up. Bastion Play Records. Right. Oh. Hello?
Oh, shit. Hi, Sel.
Hello, Evryl. Sorry, I shouldn't be
Howdy.
coming at you with an axe.
You're all right. I didn't think you'd be up here.
Oh,
Huh?
it's fine. You look good.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, things got a little bit better with my burns, it seems. Yeah, I was just coming to pick some stuff up from the, reading section. I didn't get the time to ask him, I'm realizing. How are things at the ravine? No one's dead, yeah?
No one is dead that I know of, but I see that you've lost a life. What happened?
Yeah. So I may have still been keeping track of some of the piglins that were involved with that whole little coup that led to Jake's cult and all that.
Oh, you were still on that.
And just for a bit, because one had resurfaced and it led to me chasing another one back to the Bastion, and I got into an argument with Stealth about it, and I refused to essentially let him handle his house. And then he stabbed me.
Stealth stabbed you?
Yeah, no, I was surprised too. I mean, generally pretty.
We sincerely need to stop underestimating this man.
I should have known better, but I'm also a stubborn idiot, so, you know.
That might be a little weird to ask, but how is he?
Not good from what I saw.
Ah,
I need to go check on him again, but I don't think he has any idea what's happening.
well,
I don't think anyone has spoken to him, and I didn't think to talk to him about everything that was going on.
I offered to Jake to go talk to him about something, but I haven't really had the time to go back to the Bastion. Every time I've been there, I've been shooed away, so...
I don't know if it's safe for Jake to go there.
No, definitely not. That's one of the reasons why I
Yeah.
wanted to talk to Stealth about it. But I think what I wanted to talk to him about might have already made him worse, so...
Yeah,
Still, killing you.
Yeah, there's nothing for it. It's over. But I guess I should let you know, considering you're the first person I've seen all day since I finished the fucking walk from Andrew's lab. God, that tunnel is long. I left the command block with him.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, multiple things. How are you doing? Because tied to your soul, don't know what's gonna happen if you move it, all of that. What's up with that?
I exploded a little bit when I picked it up. It's fine. It was only marginal, only damaged a little bit of that under lab area in Argadlove, but I mean, it wasn't too bad, and once I got it put down, things seemed fine. It didn't try to bite us or anything, so
It still surprises me because you died and you decided to move your cube. And yet you're looking better.
I had a lot to think about, and I think I had more time than it seemed that I was gone. How long have I been gone? I haven't actually.
Couple of weeks?
Weeks. Okay, that's yeah. Yeah, I had time to think about it before I respawned. So, but definitely doing better, and we don't have time to wait to see if I can figure things out on my own with the block. So, I'm here to stay.
Well, honestly, I'm glad that you decided to trust us, or at least Andrew with the cube.
Yeah.
Because it's a part of you, so...
I know. I need to impress that upon him again, but I'm gonna be trying to work with him, which was why I was here. Picking up some of the stuff me and Kevin worked on.
Oh, I am currently working on making a little space for Kevin. Would you like to see it?
Yes, absolutely.
It's not finished yet. It lacks a lot of character, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to keep things simple because she did say in her will that she didn't want anything flashy, any big structure.
That sounds like her, yeah. Oh, you're doing it in the Ark? Ah.
Yeah. I thought next to the little snails.
100%. Yeah, that's wonderful.
I would like to put her will in here. On this side, we have the journals that she kept while having the tools. And on the other side are miscellaneous letters. One of them is from you, and I wanted to know if it was okay to archive it here.
Let me see. Not that one. This one. Yes, I'm okay with it staying here.
Okay, perfect. And I was thinking we are lacking horribly in terms of greenery in here, so having a few glowberries maybe.
Ooh, yeah, we could get some flower pots to put in as well.
Yes, I wanted to have a flower pot with a lily of the valley for her.
Mm-mm.
And maybe a little slab or something and put candles on it. Because, you
I'm
know,
game for that, yeah.
Kevin and her bees.
And her bees, yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to help if you'd have me. I don't really have much else to do just yet. I think Andrew might be with Atlas or something.
Okay, wonderful. Shall we start with the candles, maybe?
Sure.
Because I'm not too sure where to find some.
Yeah, I guess worst case we can just make some, go looking for some beeswax. I think there's honeycomb in the
Soup kitchen?
yes.
Maybe. Because I would go to the apiary, but I think it got blown up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Have you seen any of Ethan since I sent him packing, as it were?
No, and I'm all the better for it, to be honest. But I'm
What?
worried
Yeah.
because that means he's doing stuff and we don't have any idea what it is.
Yeah. Okay, there's honeycomb in here, so then we just need some string.
Yes, I think I know where to find some.
Okay.
I think.
That's kind of the way of things right now. Things get moved around often.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, damn, not in here.
Okay.
Okay, I have another thing to try, and I'll run
There's a
back
bunch
to
of the
you.
library materials. Oh, good.
Oh yes,
Let me check my ender chest.
I did borrow a bit of that material to make this because, well, it belongs to the library. So
that's no, that's perfectly fine. It's there to be used.
okay, thank
Oh,
God.
hey, a spider.
Well, we might have to do some mob murdering.
Okay, that's fine.
Is there any
Right,
in
he
here?
still has my sword.
Oh, do you need mine?
No, I stole a netherite one from the ravine. It's not like there wasn't copious amounts of the stuff lying around. I just didn't have a contingency to get Fate's Last Dance back because I never thought I'd lose it without it being something very permanent.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah.
There's literally a sign missing now.
Oh,
I don't remember who was there. Would it having... Is it Ethan's?
I see.
What? Can that happen?
Oh, shit. I think that is where Ethan's was, yeah.
And that's different from Sal's error too. It's just completely removed.
Gone. Oh.
Well, I guess he doesn't want us to track it.
Did they have one here as well, or was that still empty?
I believe this one was still empty.
Okay.
Where is you?
Yeah.
Where is yours? Oh, it's up there. Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Soft hug.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I was gonna get there eventually, I guess, if I pissed off enough people, so... did we want to dye any of the candles also? There's a couple kicking around in here.
What was Kevin's favorite color? Do we know?
Oh, God.
Thank you for the raid.
Whoa.
I'm thinking green.
We could go Snoop.
I mean, I suppose. Is it bad?
Sure.
Hold on, I'm gonna take one of the ladies of the valleys from here.
Yeah, I think green.
Yeah. Definitely green.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
looking for glowberries. Did you see any in the soup kitchen,
Glowberry.
maybe?
Let me check the sweets box again. I admit I haven't really found a lot of the cave stuff that has started cropping up again.
I don't have my emergency box anymore, so I don't have any iron directly on me.
Yeah, that's gone. I had some in my shulker. One sec.
Because I wanted to
This
make
one
shears.
here. I have obscene amounts of iron.
May I please have 2?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Here's a couple more pieces in case you need it as well.
It's so good. I just see honeycombs over there, and I think there might be some retired bees. I might get chased.
Oh.
Nope, we're good. I am gambling with my life here.
Let me just like make a campfire really fast.
No, it's okay. I have everything I need now, I think.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, we don't need more honeycomb. I picked up some from the soup kitchen.
Oh,
It's the string we needed.
perfect. Yes, that's true. String.
I guess our options are either go snooping in the ravine.
You know, I know a place, and I don't think you've ever been there.
I'm all ears. Where?
Come with me. It's a bit of a walk, but
Yeah, it's
I
all good.
mean, you were kind enough to show me around the first time and show me your tower because it was a safe spot when I arrived, so
I'm always willing to share. Oh, sniffers.
yay. I'm very glad none of them have been hurt, to be fair.
Yeah, it looks like Ethan's left most of this stuff alone.
Yeah. When I first arrived in the valley, I noticed signs of life, but I wasn't too confident yet about mingling with people before I knew a bit more.
That's wise.
So for the first few weeks, I actually lived somewhere else.
Oh.
This is a bridge I built to be able to have access to the library faster, and I'm surprised nobody ever noticed it.
Wow, yeah, no, that's a nice bridge.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It was me trying to build something for the first time, and I still had very big, imposing, drawable bridges in mind, and I soon discovered that when you're starting over in a new world where you don't have anything, least of all engineers, you kind of have to do the best you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldn't be too much further. But in case anything happens to the ravine or Argot Love, and you need a place to stop for a bit.
I feel like he probably has already, but the Grey Tower might still be intact, but I mean, that's pretty much a skeleton at this point.
We could always have an expedition and go see eventually.
True, yeah.
It's not very far with the Nether anyway.
No, not at all. It's one of the closer portals. Certainly closer than Argot Love.
Yeah. Thinking about that, we could have just taken the Nether, I now realize.
That's alright.
But in case it gets monitored or cut off, I think it's important to you to be able to find your way over here.
Oh. Skeleton horses.
Hello,
Oh, this
I'm
is
back.
adorable. Whoa. Oh, this is... Oh, hello, you little man.
Welcome to my very first base.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Wow.
Let me see if I have any melon.
There's some bottles of enchanting in here if you want those.
No, it's okay. Evryl.
Yay, melon.
Here, have my whole harvest.
I can try to get some seeds back and see if we can plant some in the
Oh, it's okay.
ravine, I suppose.
There's already some planted up here, so it's fine. But this way, if you'd like, for the string.
I'm just poking through here to see if there's anything that might be of use to us. Found some.
Oh, but I wanted to show you my farm.
Then you may still show me. I'm on my way. Oh, wrong way.
This way.
Oh!
I like to have my mines directly next to where I am.
That's smart. Whoa. You have a... Oh, that's so lucky. You have a cave spot. Oh!
Isn't it neat?
It is. It really is.
And so if you ever need string, everything's there. Oh, yeah, they're feisty.
Yeah.
Or if you need eyes for any potion or anything, they're also here.
Awesome.
And if you need to use it as an XP farm, I also have stuff to be able to fish while you wait.
Hell yeah. Here are some candles. I just went ahead and crafted some.
Candles.
We gotta have a stack.
Thank you. I was very close to being able to make a double spider spawner, as you can see, but there's no place where we could activate both at the same time.
Beans.
Yeah, beans indeed. This way.
And then you have this connected to the portal network?
Oh yes, very clearly marked too.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Let me put some armor on.
It's really not necessary.
I don't trust the nether like that. I have a bad habit of getting jumped.
It's fine, I'm with you. See?
Hmm.
And it's fairly close too.
And no one noticed that? Or did you make that path after you had introduced yourself to everyone?
I made it before.
That's really funny.
Because nobody walks in the nether. Especially not in that direction. Hold on, we could check on your tower.
Oh, sure.
Since we're already in the nether.
The path is back this way, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah, it's still one of the original paths.
Haven't heard
Was it this
from...
one? It has been so long since I've been here. No, this is too far.
Are you sure?
I think
I
didn't think it was that far.
I do believe it is this way. I think it's this very portal over here.
I didn't think it was that far.
Evryl's tower.
Okay, wow.
Labeled. As it should be.
It really has been a while since I've been here then, yeah. I didn't think it was that far away from the hub.
It's possible you've taken the habit of walking around with your elytra.
Yeah. Okay, not exploded.
Yeah, it's still there. I guess we could have meetings over there.
Yeah.
Maybe that would make Ethan nostalgic.
Oh yeah, there was the resistance hideout down there in the lake too.
Oh? I don't think I've been.
No, it didn't get expanded very much, but I had made a little hollowed out area as a secondary hideout in case we had to flee. Oh. Oh. There we go. Yeah, I think you saw the painting of that attempt to get this place in order.
Yeah. It's very fun to see it for real.
Yeah, it didn't go very far, but it was a hectic little thing. Because we had to use the escape route I had put in the base of the tower that was extremely sketchy. Because of the whole lava ocean.
Suddenly remembering we're looking for glowberries.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. We could see if any have managed to spawn in my mine, maybe, but I doubt it.
If it's a mine that dates back to things at the time,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna find glowberries there.
Yeah. Do you have fireworks to get back up, or?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay. I'm actually starting to run a bit low. I might have to go on a creeper killing spree.
Same. Maybe Oaktown? It is destroyed in parts, but I would be very surprised if we couldn't find one glowberry in it.
True. Yeah, this is the main entry area. Here is the sign-in book that no one used ever. Here was my smithing area. What was this map? Oh, I think this was one of my first attempts to start the map of the valley. And I had started it in the wrong position.
Is the white blob we see down there, is it the library?
I think that's the library.
That is funny, actually. We should archive it somewhere. Do you want to
Yeah.
archive it?
Sure.
I am taking that with me.
Yeah, let me grab that lapis for enchantment stuff. Oh, gods. Hey, do you need enchanting books?
No, but I see here a very interesting book. What is this? Oh, that is just gibberish.
Oh.
Although there are coordinates in here.
That was one of the console log outputs when I was blacking out.
You see the word temple.
That must have been the coordinates to the Scythe's temple then.
The end. Death. Oh, there's blood also written in here. That must be some really scary blackouts. Can I also archive this one?
Sure. I didn't think any had
survived.
You're okay. I didn't think any had survived, but
we have a relic. I'm so happy. I'm also going to borrow one vine, if that's okay with you.
No, yeah. There's a whole vine farm outside, so absolutely you can take some.
There.
I'm just checking to see if there's anything else useful. Nether wart blocks. Did I leave any? Okay, no, of course I took all the diamonds and stuff.
And if you didn't, I'm betting somebody else did.
Yeah. Here's my brewing area. Oh, goody, there's still sugar. Yeah, I took all of this stuff. Oh, still some golden carrots. I'm actually going to have one of those.
Yes, little snack on the go.
Yep, good saturation. Another wart, redstone. I don't know who put that there. my whole record collection of 2 discs. This was the first set of armor that got lent to me.
You know what?
When I joined.
If these 2 are your only discs, the fact that it's 13 says a lot about you.
Yeah.
13 and cat.
Yeah, that was the first armor set that got lent to me when I had joined.
Oh, we have a lot of armor stands in the library at the bottom. Would you like to also expose this one, or do you want to keep it for yourself?
We could expose it. Here's the elytra balcony.
Yippee.
And then here's my little enchanting, I can't remember the word for a tower off a tower. Rampart, maybe? I'm not sure.
I guess.
The words elude me.
What is this one? This is one of my books. This is also one of my books. Yeah, and this one I wanted to keep. Here we go. I am going back down for your armor. I will be right back.
No rush. Let me see here.
Is it completely unused?
Oh, yes, because immediately after I was lent that set, AJ, I think it was, lent me netherite.
Wow. And I had to
Yeah.
work for my own set.
I know, yeah.
Although Kevin made me some, which is actually what
Yeah.
I'm wearing right now.
Yes, I remember that, yeah, the frost set. Looks good.
The blue
I
set.
still
Thank you.
need to go and find one of those cities to try and get a trim pattern. Because the archive materials that were in there were ones that Kev had found.
You can
Never did
copy.
ask where that city was.
You can copy the trims, you know.
I did not. No, I haven't actually messed with it that much. Armor craft isn't really my thing that much.
I can do it for you if you'd like.
I won't say no.
Provided we already have one template, we can multiply it. It's just very heavy in terms of diamond cost.
Ooh. I think I do still have a good few kicking around in one of my valuables boxes, but yeah, it's nice to see this place still intact. And then down below one more is my storage basement. There used to be a closet here to hide it, but it became very fucking impractical. Random miscellaneous. There used to be so many more fireworks in that box, but that was like the Resistance's entire store of fireworks.
It's completely empty now, sadly.
Yeah. And then this was one of my little secret stashes.
Oh, how many secret stashes did you have?
At least 3, if I remember right. There was one around the back of the tower, there was that one there, and then there was the one under the lectern.
Mm-hmm.
And then here would have been
silk touch?
Nah, that's fine. This was the secret escape route I had mentioned before. That was very sketchy, that you had to just kind of hope when you fell. So.
I want to see the tunnel.
Lead
me through the tunnel.
This led down into my mine. Oh gods, I have to remember the way though. I think it was this way.
As expected, no glowberry though.
Yeah.
Did you place the torch on the walls to have an idea of where you were going?
At one point, maybe?
Evryl.
I haven't been down here in years.
Maybe I shouldn't have pushed you. Alright, let's try to find our way back up.
Worst case, we could just dig our way out, but, let me see.
Weren't we just there?
Maybe. This goes up.
Oh.
This looks promising.
Has he done it? Has he found the exit?
Maybe. Oh.
That's a lot of torches.
Yeah?
For a mine, there's a surprising amount of resources still left there.
Because this was a more cave part, and I never got the chance to fully exploit things before I had to run for my life.
Ah.
Because Luke had found us. I was also, you know, stuck in the nether for a while as well.
It's so convoluted. Ah!
It's horrible, yeah.
I am starting to regret pushing you out.
Well, there's a way out.
Eesh. Ah! I'm good. Oh, checkerboard.
Oh yeah, Kevin Leon made this to harass me at one point.
Wow, they were really bored.
Yeah, they would constantly leave checker patterns around the tower out of the snow. Or that one time they just placed a mushroom in the middle of the bridge.
Maybe let's try this way.
Yeah.
Seems like a
They were
gentler slope.
very creative vandals. And then over in that direction, southwest is the Great Oak.
Woohoo.
It was actually convenient how close my tower was to it at the time. But here is the proper entrance to the mine.
Oh. Are you okay?
Yep, I'm fine.
Yippee!
Yeah, and then there's a bubbler to get up. Oh yes, I forgot about this. I was working on like an ice highway.
Where was it going?
Ideally it was supposed to go to another hideout or someplace else we could go, but I ran out of materials. And then this was my cactus farm.
Oh, we do need green dye for the candles. Can I take some cactus?
Go right ahead. Let me
Thank you.
check, because completely on the other side here actually was supposed to be an automated smelter, but I don't think I finished it. Yeah, no, I never finished it.
And we don't have anything to burn, sadly.
Yeah.
There is some coal here in the corner.
Glad to see this thing has been working for so long, though. Holy hell.
Although it should only produce when somebody's around.
Yeah, I guess I was around enough times for it to produce a bunch, so that's good.
And if not you, maybe people from the Resistance.
Yeah, or people who came to loot the tower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put that redstone clock to rest.
Hold on, I want to be here for this historical moment. Yep. Good night, sweet prince. Thank you.
For your work over the past 3 years, I think. 3, 4. It's a little blurry. Okay. Then we can just head back up.
Yeah.
We.
So the shopping list now. Glowberry.
Right.
Pots. Oh.
Oh!
Good evening, sir.
Oh, you need to go back in there.
Well, he needs to walk out first.
Hey, no. Go back. Hey, no. Okay. Fine.
Let him enjoy the fresh air. It's not every day for piglins.
It's hard to enjoy it when you're not sentient anymore. I really hope that was a zombie that went through and not a piglin.
It appeared as a zombie immediately, so...
Okay.
Yeah. Where can we get bricks? Well, maybe we could just swing by Oaktown, see what's left there.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, we can get terracotta from Hoglin. Brainwork. Target love. I don't think I've been away long enough for Ethan to immediately realize I'm not there anymore to protect it, so. These nether skeletons are so aggressive.
Hup. The number of times where I was elytra hopping over here and at the bend I just slipped under the stone railing.
So many times.
Someone should really do something about that. Yes. Here. This way, I think. I always get lost when I get here.
You want to go towards the cool mushroom house and not the town.
Yee. I haven't been back at the apothecary though. Don't quite have the heart yet, and it also feels like an Atlas place.
Yeah.
Kind of don't want to step on her toes at the moment.
Yeah, I know that feeling intimately, but I think I need to talk with her at some point. This is mostly intact, actually.
Yeah, this place was fairly good.
You want to try and take one of those flowers?
Oh, blossoms? I don't think so. We don't really have a place for it. And I don't know what the pollen's gonna do to the books, so...
Oh, you're so right, yeah.
It's already escaping everywhere, like, those books are limit.
Oh. Yeah.
I could just take one of these pots. Boom. Problem solved. I built this town, I can do what I want with it.
This is true.
Including planting a tree. Here. Fuck you, Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Is there anything else we could get from here? Thank you.
Oh, so the villagers are still alive.
Yeah. The devastation wasn't as severe as I feared. There's a lot of people still around. Just
how many golems did you make? Do you remember?
I made none. All of that is villagers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like they're still holding down the fort, or well, what's left of it. But...
Yep. While we're here, I'm just taking this. You know what else is intact? The entire black market.
The what?
Please come in.
Oaktown had a black market?
Mm-hmm. Well, I do call it the Thieves Guild.
Huh. I can see why you liked... Holy shit.
Welcome.
I can see why you liked Jake. Actually, yeah, that reminds me. New Sand City also had a black market.
Ideally, I wanted to maybe link the two, because there's a secret passage in here to get right back to the ravine.
Oh!
It's supposed to be more complicated, and then I broke the redstone.
I've been there before.
Oh, if you start running, you're never gonna finish running.
Oh.
It's a very long tunnel.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I've had enough of those for now.
But yeah, we have special secrets place that has been quarantined because it's full of skulk.
Oh! I am covering my mouth. Yeah, no, that's...
I promise you, it's all just aesthetic. I wouldn't put actual skulk in here.
Okay, it's sterile. Okay.
Yes. We have the Red Lamp District.
Just had that. Ooh. It's cozy.
Everybody has the same reaction stepping in.
It's cozy.
Yeah, we have different stalls, a bit of storage.
Nice.
And then we have the bar and the waiting office to go into the boss's place.
Nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jake would have been right at home here.
Yeah, I wanted to put a secret escape hatch somewhere in this office, but I never got the chance to.
Well, maybe when things calm down and we fix Oaktown up, we can put that in.
Maybe. Also, Sal went immediately into the summoning room.
Ooh. Nice little seance room.
Yeah. Completely
Very
soundproof, so if you have any dealings to do and you don't want anybody else to hear about
Of course.
this is the place.
Very cool. That conversation about fucking sterile Skulk was one of the last ones I had with Kev. Because of the Skulk in the archive.
I didn't mean to bring any bad memories up.
No, it's not a bad memory. It's a good one. It's just amusing.
Oh. Okay,
I wanted to actually ask, this is going to be kind of out of the blue, though. Your kingdom had magic, yeah?
Yes, my empire had magic, yes.
Yeah. Did they have any form of necromancy?
Ooh.
And what was their opinion on it?
Hmm.
And yours, I guess, as well.
Well, mine I kept close to the chest because it wasn't really a popular opinion.
Mm.
In my opinion, as long as it's only the body and you cannot recognize who it was, then it's fine. It's just workforce. It's no different from animating an object. However, as soon as the necromancy starts dipping into soul study and soul manipulation and enslavement, then I have an issue with it.
That's a fair line to draw, yes.
However, it comes with the problem that, of course, any form of necromancy is eventually going to dip into souls, and refusing study on souls because of the abuse is making it so we don't know anything about the souls. So, delicate balance there.
That is an argument I had with the council back in Art of Love when it existed so many times. It was always a complicated subject.
Did you guys ever come to a conclusion?
No. We were always arguing about it. We weren't shy when it came to taboo magic, considering one of the council members was a blood mage. So we've always had complicated relationships with magic just because of the damage it can cause and the ethical concerns. I was more bringing it up just because I was curious. I need to ask Atlas that question also, but I don't know a good way to try talking to Atlas, truth be told.
Me neither at the moment. As you saw when we visited Argetlove. Sorry for dropping on you out of nowhere, by the way.
It's not your fault. I think she hates me for a lot more reasons than the potato farm, so...
Really? What did you do to her?
I killed Kev.
Did Kev forgive you?
Yes, but Atlas isn't even.
No, she's not.
And...
But why did you ask? Why did you ask about the souls?
I tried to use necromancy while I was using the block to try and talk to Kevin. We had a spell that was usually pretty simple. It was literally just speak with dead. Where you could ask the deceased questions. Although it was more complicated because I didn't have the body and I wasn't about to go and root through her tomb for her ashes. So, and even then that wouldn't work, but...
Yeah, I think if you had tried that, a few fists would have ended in your face.
Yes.
And full transparency, mine would have been amongst them.
That's valid, but she did not respond.
Yeah, I also don't picture you as being able to do that to Kevin, so...
Yeah. She didn't respond, which either means the spell failed or she was unwilling to speak. And unfortunately, I can't really know which, so I was considering asking Atlas about her and Kievan society to see what Kev would have thought, because that might shed light on which of those outcomes it was. But it's all possible that Kev just is comfortable where she is and doesn't want to possibly bring up any bad memories and such.
That's the best outcome we could hope for. But I also would
I'm
not
one to agree.
bring it up with Atlas.
Yeah.
She doesn't
yeah,
yet.
definitely not a topic while she still wants to murder me, probably.
And even regardless, she doesn't yet have her sister's patience.
No, she does not.
So, oh. You're not Jimantha, are you? No, okay. I'm sorry, I lost my horse and I...
No. Oh,
I don't remember
see.
where I parked it.
We also talked about her before everything happened.
Mm-hmm.
She has a very black and white way of thinking when it comes to sides and how you handle things, which was why she was so irritated with me when I didn't come to New Sand City. I remember you saw that as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's
complicated.
Yeah, she has a lot of very emotional responses.
Mm-hmm. Can't fault her from what it sounds like she's been through.
And even outside of that, how people deal with their emotions is sometimes difficult to argue against, because it is a very personal thing.
Oh.
As long as it's not destructive. Oh yeah, this. See, I think Ethan just flat out forgot that he was gonna blow this thing up.
Probably got bored.
Yeah.
After you died.
Well, it's not a bad thing. I do like the building. But I'm afraid removing the TNT is going to trigger him, and he would suddenly be like, oh, something explodable that I haven't exploded yet, you know?
Okay, then I'll just leave it mostly there, then.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Kind of a weird situation of trying not to aggravate him for the time being, even though I am grinding my teeth.
Yeah, believe me, if I could have done worse to him than throwing him out of Argidlove, I would have.
I would have been cheering the whole time.
I'm sure. If I could have dealt with our problems simply, I would have.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we'd probably need Luke for that, which is probably the first thing me and Andrew are going to be trying to tackle.
Yeah, getting in contact with him is still the best thing. The problem is that we don't know precisely where Luke is. We do have Elytras, so if we teleport 5,000 block... Well, teleport, no. If we use nether calculations and open a portal where he first was sent, and then fly over the entire trip with our Elytra, we could get to him way faster.
Yeah. We just need to get in touch with him. And even then, if we could figure out possibly some better way to use the block from him,
yeah,
then we might be in business of solving this mess.
Plus, it also means whoever is going to be sent is going to be alone. So...
This is also true. And if Ethan catches wind, then...
yeah.
It's tits up.
I mean, I don't think he would be able to track us through the nether especially. Otherwise, he would have showed up when you and I just hopped into the nether just now.
True. He might not be around.
Or he has a tracker for player distance from Sun Valley.
True.
Which could be why he showed up at your place, actually, when we came to visit.
That many people grouped together.
And away from Sun Valley.
Yeah.
That's my best theory, anyway.
Yeah, they might have been right to not want to stay there.
Yeah. It's a very strange situation to be kind of safer the closer we are to him.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, but you know, sometimes you have to.
I didn't expect, at least, Atlas to kind of agree with their whole unbake that cake, as it were. Them telling me to just unmagic the block.
The Slowberry is right there.
That's so funny.
Well,
we got to go on an adventure. Yeah, because I had shown Kev the block also in the current state that it was in, that you all saw it in.
So she knew about it.
And she understood the risks I was talking about, which I guess it somewhat makes sense from what we read.
Mm-hmm.
She was more the magic user, while Atlas was more an alchemist. But magic is complicated and messy, and not many people here actually use it, so.
Yeah.
Or can anymore, as well.
Even in my situation, it's a little different, because my powers come from myself, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still not able to whip up a blizzard like I used to. Even my bow is still deadly because I can infuse it, but I can't really freeze an entire battlefield with one shot anymore, which I am so sad about.
It's in part you use the spark of magic in you to manipulate what's in the world around you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like using a torch to start a campfire.
Evryl?
You have...
We need to cook all of them.
Oh, all the cactus?
Yeah.
Let's go find a furnace wall, then.
Yeah. Maybe the soup kitchen would work. Maybe the soup kitchen would work.
Are there furnaces in the soup kitchen?
Yeah.
We'd only need to cook half the stack. Because it's 1 die per candle, yeah?
I think so. Which is kind of sad, but you know.
So 32 candles, half a stack.
Yep.
Oh, there are furnaces in here.
Thank you, Kevin, for having fueled all of this.
Yeah. It's good to see that our stocks are still good.
Yeah. But yeah, as you were saying.
Yeah. It's using a torch to light a campfire. There has to be fuel there for you to be able to push it further beyond yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I was hugging so close to Argidlove when I was doing my things, because there was so much magic leaking out of the pinprick in the world, as it were.
Yeah. Do you also get a reserve of magic energy? Or do you need to be in an environment which has magic energy all the time?
I did have a reserve, but that's currently in the command block. That part of myself... If that block fails or breaks, I will probably never be able to use magic again.
That is literally the worst fate for a mage.
Yeah.
It also...
Which was why I was kind of so selfish with it.
You know what? I think in a way it's also going to bring a certain form of peace. Maybe. Frustration, definitely. And
whatever happens. I'm trusting Andrew to be careful with it, so...
Mm-hmm.
But we'll figure it out, I guess.
Yeah, it's 1 per candle. 10 candles probably enough, right?
Yeah, we don't need to go crazy with it. Then she might come back to beat us up. Which I won't say no to because she'll be back, but maybe she's busy haunting Ethan. Maybe that's why she didn't pick up.
Here we go.
Nice.
Yes.
We can leave one here too.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave the rest of that to cook.
Sounds good.
After you.
After you.
We're never getting out of this building, oh no! On the theme of Kevin coming back, I'm not sure I'd want her to come back before we deal with our issues here.
Absolutely not.
I'm certain that Atlas would disagree, and Leon possibly too.
If she is... I never really got into talks with mortality with her. But if she's happy where she is, then I'd hate to pull her away from that, especially when it sounds like she had people on the other side that were probably waiting for her too.
If that's the reason why she didn't answer to your call, then
yeah, that's why I'm curious to figure out without pushing on it.
Yeah. Whoops! I made a hole. Hold on.
All good. Let me clean up some of the construction boxes over here. I'm gonna move them into a corner.
If you want to.
Yeah, just to clear the floor a touch. My burns may have gotten better, but my inventory management has not.
By the way, you do let me know if you need any more ice blankets or any more cold treatment.
Yes, I might take you up on that. I'll need to go and grab. I think I might have left an Argid Love. I don't think I did, but I'll have to check. But it seems like they can get better, so I'm willing to try. Yeah. Let's leave an ender chest down here just in case. Always good to have it. Whoa.
Okay.
Hug.
I'm glad because when we first met, you seemed to be so wrapped up, kind of in your own head and in your own pain, that I'm fairly certain if I had suggested at the time to try healing your wounds, you would have been like, no, it's fine, I'm used to it. And this is the way things are, and they're never gonna get better, so
Gods, I am predictable, huh?
I'm very glad I'm starting to be able to predict you. Because you're a very clever man, and you have depth.
Thanks, I think.
No, it is a compliment. Absolutely.
I think to most I was just the grouchy old mage who, had one of the highest kill counts on the server for a while.
Okay, maybe that's not very clever. Here you go. I
It's all
blocked
good.
the other. Well, you know, when we first met, one of the first things Atlas said was, "Oh, I heard about you. I heard you're nosy." So, you know, impressions change.
What was your first impression with Atlas when you first met her? How did that go?
How that went is I was going to explore the Great Oak, and I was so prepared, and I don't know, there was something fun about history and everything, so I was really alone with my thoughts on top of a tent just looking at it all, and suddenly there's this loud voice going, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And I just slipped off the tent and into a bush.
Yeah, I didn't have a very good first impression with her, so...
Oh?
Considering the first time I met her was when they came to take the tools.
Ah, the confrontation
That was
at the
that
Conqueror's
yeah.
Fire.
Yep, that was the first time I met Smith and Atlas.
Oh yeah. But
So definitely not a good first impression.
yeah. I mean, I guess I was seen as some form of trespasser at the time, but you were seen as not quite an enemy because the goal was to have an intervention with you, but
Probably an enemy. If
why do I have 4 armor stands in my pocket?
that was probably from the archive chest down there. We can just leave those there. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna leave those candles. I still have some green ones.
We can leave some in the library.
Yeah. I'd like
I think
that.
the ones I had left here burned out, so we can leave them here.
All 4 at the same place.
Hell yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't burn the painting.
I made sure that thing is safe. I broke it once. I'm not gonna let it break again.
Oh god.
It was on purpose, but it was stupid. We also think that one of the reasons why Ethan might have left the place alone, because one of his builds was actually where the library is built.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that piece of bedrock there was in one of his houses.
Hmm.
And I talked to him about it, and because he had moved by then, like to another base, so he had let me tear it down, and I built that around it, the library up around it.
That's a good thing you did, apparently.
Evidently, yeah.
Because if this place goes, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because I'm gonna be out of a job, out of an official one.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while to build another one, so I might need to start getting Bartholomew to start making copies of some of the books so we can put them down in the archive, or maybe in the vault.
The vault wouldn't be a bad idea. Or even yet another secret place.
True. There's nothing that says I can't just start burying barrels of books out back.
Yet another Evryl stash.
Or in something he's exploded already. It's probably better than stashes of TNT and weapons, so.
Yeah. The importance of knowledge.
I mean, yeah, it's so we know not to let anyone use a command to make someone a fucking operator again.
Can you imagine digging at some point and finding a barrel that describes how someone in a community just went completely berserk and started killing people?
Right?
Like describing an apocalypse and the end of a civilization. I should start writing what happened to my world, actually.
I remember we did talk about that a bit.
Yeah.
The hole.
Yeah, the black hole. It's still incredible to me that in this conflict, the one who won was my little sister.
It's hard to consider that winning, honestly.
I don't know.
Even if
she had a very difficult task ahead of her trying to stop our mother, so the fact that she managed it when nobody else could, to me, is a victory. The fact that the entirety of my world probably followed is a steep price.
The war was for the rule of the kingdom, wasn't it? It was a secession war.
No, it was a survival attempt.
I see.
I don't think I've told anybody what exactly happened, so would you like to know?
If you want to share, I don't want to.
No, I'm okay with it.
Or anything, but
I've had some time to process it, so it doesn't hurt quite as much.
Let's get back into the
The
pub
ravine?
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd only heard about what you described as what happened from some of the astral sorcerers that observed the sky. No one could ever summon something like that to bear, or really wanted to, because for the most part it usually meant screwing yourself over too.
Mm-hmm.
But the stars are a place of really fucking dangerous power.
Well, my sister wasn't called a Star Empress for nothing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Before I tell you everything, I've been reluctant to tell anyone because of the people here's predisposition when it comes to titles of power.
Yeah, this place doesn't ended up how it did.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much most of us were rulers, or
It's more comfortable
ended up.
upstairs, I think.
Fair enough. Yeah,
But
don't
yeah.
want. Most people were rulers at one point, or were under rulers, or at the worst case, were victimized by Luke when he declared himself king.
Yeah, that's the
And then on and on.
impression. That's the impression I got reading all of what
So
happened.
a lot of us come from states where where authority figures were just shit.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I haven't told anybody exactly anything, and I've kept my actual nobility title close to the chest. So I'm hoping you're gonna keep it to yourself as well.
I'm not a snitch.
I appreciate it. King Evryl.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly a king, I was the head of a council.
Head Council Evryl.
There you go, yeah.
Well,
But
where to even start? My mother, the Queen Empress, had 3 daughters. The Sun Empress, my big sister, who was gifted with the power of light. To her, it translated to being able to have some impact on the sun, but also she was just constantly vibrant and bright. And she was a very, very good socialite. She had court manners down to a T, and she was often my model when I was trying to act proper. Then you had me, the Moon Empress, second born, with the ice power and the relative apathy. I was always better with everything regarding resource management and intel gathering and all of this. I was the one with the spy network, or well, inheriting the one from my mother and making it work. I was the one keeping an eye on the resources of our kingdom, and that's why I eventually was going to have all of the north section of the empire where resources were a little more scarce and needed to be monitored more closely. And then you had my little sister, the Star Empress. I think her power was arcana or something related to magic, but in a way that nobody else could understand. She would look at anything new, and if it had a drop of magic in it, she would understand it and try to work with it. She would pull out all of the rules of how it works, how to safely work anything from enchantments to potions to she ended up being able to do engravings as enchantments and tattoos as well. She was the one to research on Skulk, on end crystals, everything like that.
She could see it.
Yeah.
She could, yeah. That, the, I'm sorry to detract from it, but the closest we would have was thaumaturgists who studied the ambient energy in the world that I mentioned, they had to use tools to even be able to somewhat visualize the flow and ebb of magic in the world. She could just see it in
Yeah.
everything, not even in the limited ways we could. That's insanely powerful.
Yes, it is, and it's
Especially
very
because it sounds
dangerous.
like it had the mind behind it to wield it, yeah.
Well, that's where the issue came from.
I see.
She liked exploring more than she liked using. She liked to see if something could work, and once it had worked, she would just check that as functional and move along. So everything regarding development of anything useful would usually more fall onto me.
I see.
So I had a lot of looking at things, trying to determine if it was a good idea to let other arcanists work on it, or if it was just one of those many things that she did once and should not do again, like bringing an end dragon into the Imperial Gardens.
She summoned.
And
Oh
she
my.
left it there for a few days.
Wow.
Yeah, my big sister almost hit it and just broke everything that she had worked on. But, you know, we managed. And even if it had started going feral, my mother would have put it down with possibly 2 blows.
Yeah, so did your mother just have all of these powers, or?
No. Her power was closer to luck.
Oh.
It's a bit difficult to explain because she never looked like she was using any form of power, but she would know how things would turn out from experience. She would sense when something had to be done in a certain way. She had an ability to read people. She was very, I don't know, she was just what we all wanted to become, I guess.
That's either some level of precognitive ability or just, yeah, luck.
Yeah. We just don't know.
I doubt she'd share.
Well, yeah.
If you showing your hand with power like that feels like a good way to lose it.
Probably, but our empire has been standing for so long, and people around were so used to the empresses, the many empresses, being all sorts of unstoppable forces of nature. We still had some occasional people trying to assassinate us. Like, who wouldn't, honestly? But it was kind of always half-hearted. Because nobody really expected anybody to come out of it alive. And as I told you, I could just summon blizzards. Well, not now, obviously, but it was always useful.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah, but there was a big accent set in all of our education about being of use to the people, being able to relate to the ones that were under our guard. A reminder constantly of who we were doing what we were doing for. Because an empire wouldn't stand for long without love.
No, otherwise it's going to splinter into warring states and balkanize.
Exactly. And you have to have an idea of what your power is used for, how far your influence stretches. And all of that was part of our education from the very beginning. And we were told, essentially from the start, that we would share the empire as siblings. And eventually, if one of us wanted to step down from tiredness or from wanting to do something else, then we would just have to talk between ourselves and figure out who got what from the part of the empire that our sibling had. Everything in our education was putting an accent on cooperation.
Right. And then something changed?
Yeah. My mother was slowly getting older.
Mhm.
And as is normal, she would slowly start taking some of her responsibility and handing them over to us so that we could start figuring out how to be empresses. So we started DVing. As I said, I got the spy network, for example. She would still look into it to make sure that I was using it properly or give me tips and things like that.
Right.
But essentially, it was mine. And the lands in the north were starting to also get mine. And we were
You also
establishing.
inherited the logistical nightmare that is an empire.
Yeah. Weirdly, that's the part that I miss the most.
I can see that. There's certain things that can be just pleasant for the mind when someone's analytical for managing all of that.
It was also very satisfying for me whenever people would do as I said, and then they would realize why I said it. Like they would realize why we decided to do this trade route instead of this one because it was better for them. And slowly, the people that were under my rule started getting used to me and started trusting me. And that was one of the biggest honor that I could have, of people knowing that whatever decision I take is for them, which is something that I don't have here. And sometimes it just rubs me the wrong way. I want to shake people and scream at them. I do this for you. I care about you. But I have to show that with my action and explain myself here.
Yeah.
Which isn't so bad. It's a new experience. Sometimes it's frustrating.
It can be very hard to go from that to this.
But as I was saying, my mother was starting to age, and so she was starting to divvy up our kingdom, our empire.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started taking those responsibilities back. And she started to take, piece by piece, essentially all of her empire back. And she started growing younger too.
Oh no.
We never figured out what happened. Even the spy networks couldn't figure out what was wrong. And she was starting to take harsher decisions and political moves that made sense to some degree, but that was very uncharacteristic of hers. And eventually, one day, she summoned all three of us. And she said that she only ever had daughters to make sure that her empire had someone to rule it when she was gone. But since she wasn't about to be gone anyways, then she didn't need us. But she couldn't let us just walk away because if she did, eventually we would come back asking for what was rightfully ours.
Mm-hmm. So she was going to have you execute.
Yeah. And I need to impress that this is not what she was like at all. We were raised with love from beginning to end. We weren't tools. We weren't trained. We were trained, but not to be tiny her that could walk around an empire. We were raised to be ourselves and express ourselves in the ways that we wanted to be. I am certain 100% that she loved us. So hearing us say that we were just things to use was completely absurd.
I've heard of things like that before, but there's no easy way to pin it down, and none of the answers are good. But
Really?
the way it sounds like something else took her place, or she made some kind of deal to get out of death.
I'm more
And
leaning...
it cost her more than she could have bargained for. Or something else entirely. If it wasn't uncharacteristic, the reverse aging just sounds like she found some way to take life from others, thus the cruel decisions.
If she did, she hid the corpses very well. Because we never found
Corpse, you
anything
mean?
of the sort. Well, if she took time from anybody else, for example, or if she took lives from anybody else, let's say it was some form of blood magic, we never found any victim. In the
Right.
short time that we had to try to figure out what was up. But yeah, essentially, our mother stepped down from her throne. She took out her sword. And I've seen this sword cleave entire armies into one gesture. Anybody around knew that if the Queen Empress shows up, you drop the battle and you flee. So my big sister and her executioner, who was her right-hand man, decided to go toe-to-toe with her because they were the only one who had a chance to make us gain maybe 10 seconds.
So you two could leave.
Yeah. I took out my elytra and already shattered the windows to go outside because, of course, we're not going to fight my mother. Of course not.
No.
And I knew that, even though I'm certain my big sister charged thinking she could win because that's just the kind of person she was. But I turned towards my little sister to make sure she would be following, and she was doing something. Casting. I'm not too sure. And then the lights acted weird in the room, and she was holding a black hole in the palm of both of her hands. And it started growing. Way too fast. Both of her arms started disappearing in it. And the entire ballroom started disappearing in it. Well, throne room. All I could do was take my elytra and crack as many fireworks as I had to escape the gravity well.
Yeah.
By the time I finally stopped feeling the pull and I turned around, the entire Imperial castle was taken over. There was this giant black ball in the middle of it, and everything was crumbling towards it. 2 fireworks later, and half the capital was taken over.
God.
So all I could do was flee and continue to flee and continue to flee, and when I had to stop to sleep, I would wake up with my hair being pulled towards this black hole.
Because it just kept getting bigger. All you could do was hope that it would reach a hard point where it was going to start sinking back in on itself.
I mean, if it can do that, I'm hoping at least the other kingdoms around the Empire didn't have to suffer, but...
Hard to... It's a massive gravity well. Eventually it's going to start pulling itself in there. I don't know much about them, or even if it would function the same way because it was conjured, but the light acting weird was literally it bending because of the intense gravity. So, but yeah, all you could do is watch. That's awful.
Yeah. Eventually I figured out that I needed an escape plan of some variety, and I ended up seeing the towers that we built over every portal to the end. I decided, hey, maybe a different dimension would be nice. At least safer. And why not the end? Because I don't see myself living comfortably in the Nether.
Not a good vacation spot.
No, I know you'd understand.
It sucks.
Eventually, I dived down in there while the top of the tower was already starting to flake off brick by brick towards the black hole. and I managed to jump into the portal in time. Finally, not having the deafening wind whip past me towards the black hole for the first time in a few days now was very nice. And then I heard the bedrock crack.
Oh.
Yeah. The wall
Started leaking through.
No. The well at the center of the end island completely cracked and crumbled. It's a very specific sound. It sounds like nothing else. It's kind of gonna haunt me forever, probably. But as you might expect, it wasn't functional anymore. Just like breaking a nether portal breaks the dimension, the same thing happened there. So I just ended up in front of a broken well, not being able to ever come back to my world. So I started traveling, because fuck it.
I'm assuming the main island that was near your world's nether hub, or not hub, nether hub, but the main island wasn't very developed.
No, it was. We had the basic infrastructures and everything, but still, nobody was supposed to live for that long. In
True.
the end,
right.
And I thought to myself, you know what? That's one of the theories that Solfen, my little sister, had at some point when studying the dimensions, is that if you can travel 8 blocks to 1 in the nether, then you have to be able to travel eventually in the end to a point where you would go to a different universe.
That theory is sound, yes.
So I used all of my rockets very sparingly, and when I ran out, I would build pillars and then take off flight from there for as long as I could to glide. When I needed XP, I would stop and, well, kill Endermen. In terms of food, I had a lot of chorus fruit and shulkers when I could get them. And eventually, in one of my glides, I found a structure that I've never seen before. And I ended up landing at 6's XP farm. And from there, I found a well that wasn't broken and was functional. So I jumped in and I arrived in the valley. And of course, arriving in the valley, I figured out that everybody here was as bright and vibrant as the members of my family. So it wasn't really a case of me being able to take over even if I wanted to, which I don't. My title meant nothing. Anyone could be an ally or an enemy. We were in the middle of a war with someone named Jake. The operator, which first time I heard about an operator, had power to stop it and decided not to. For reasons that are noble, I have to admit. I could not put an end to this war even if I wanted to, because my magic was residual. And I had to learn everything about history and geopolitical situation because I knew nothing about it. So walking up to the wrong person could flag me as someone nobody else wanted to talk to, which would be devastating. And yeah. No. Hug. Thank you.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine being stuck in the end wandering. Like, the nether was one thing, but...
Well, when you're stuck in the end, you have a lot of time with your own thoughts. Of course, there's the void underneath. Just there, accessible.
Yeah.
especially when you're
My
having hard days and you
yeah.
miss your family and you don't understand what happened. And
Or
you
the
realize
long
you don't have your world anymore, and essentially your life is entirely uprooted. Staring at the void a bit too long while you glide can be very dangerous.
yeah. Or the long spaces between islands.
Yeah.
The uncertainty.
Mm-hmm. And always the
I
same kind of place everywhere you go. When you find one of those structures, you're kind of happy because that means you're going to be able to have a structure to sleep in tonight where
yeah.
endermans don't come easily.
And bug you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't know the wandering part, but I do know the world part.
Mm. That's true. Argetlov had kind of a
Yeah. The
they
whatever.
lost a tussle with the void.
Yeah. I I tried to get out as many people as I could, and I guess just you can do everything right, and things can still go wrong.
Yeah.
Your siblings sounded like wonderful people.
I miss them every day. I miss my mother every day too. And I miss my advisors. I miss Sal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I had a Sal in my world as well.
I remember that. Yes. Uh, Salvador.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think there was one in mind too, but he had a different name. It's eluding me right now. Funnily enough, I think my world had an atlas too, but
Oh, was there one of mine? One of me?
I don't know. I just the murals, the Wall of Heroes, and Argid Love, all of those people there were part of not the council necessarily, but my inner circle. The one with the axe was a captain of the guard. That was the one that was most like Sal.
Mm.
And then the hooded figure with daggers was our spy master. And she was every bit as stubborn and clever as Atlas.
Wow, we had very different spy masters.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was the Chemomancer, the one with the sword through her arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one with the lantern was my personal advisor. He was one of my best friends, pretty much, and the one who checked my hubris, as it were.
Ah.
He was the one who would argue with me no matter what.
Mm-hmm. The one to check the...
That every choice that I made was thought out. He would disagree with me constantly, even when I was right, just to make sure.
Yeah, just to make sure that your reasoning was sound.
Yeah.
We had people like that too.
Mhm.
I always valued them, although fairly quickly my mother declared that it wasn't useful for me to have those. My big sister continuously had them at her throat, being like, stop, please think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And they would break their teeth on my little sister.
Oh.
She was just uncheckable. Just one day she would be doing something with old engravings, and the day after she would be having an exploration in the deep dark. They were unable to guess what she would do next, and the fact that
I'm
she
sure.
wouldn't do anything with the knowledge that she would discover was driving everybody mad.
I'm sure.
I think she researched all of that for the sensation of the weave and the artistic quality of it all. Because everything she researched ended up having some kind of specific aesthetic to it. Every last one of her research paper was art, and everything she made with it was art. Some of it was goddamn deadly.
But it was
Yeah,
beautiful.
even the black hole. There were mornings when I would wake up and look at it, and the light would bend around it, and it was beautiful. Horrible and deadly, but beautiful.
I can understand that. There's the allure of the colors and Skulk and how it moves, the complexity of how it can get,
And
or
it's
even
blue.
other forms of research. And it is blue, yes.
For me, that's a very, very big point.
I'm sure. But
But yeah.
the way light comes off of it, all of that stuff. I can't imagine what other things she possibly researched that were probably also fascinating. I mean, you saw the fucking crystal trees in Argidlove.
Yeah. Those are really cool.
I meant to grab a clipping of one and bring it back. Worst case scenario, I'll grab another
Yeah.
and head back there if Ethan hasn't fucking blown it up yet.
Well, we'd need a place to put it for right now. Unless we want to put it straight in the dog park, there's not much place here.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. And as we've seen, there's so many places that he hasn't visited. I'm sure
Yeah.
if we put a few clippings in different places, eventually we're going to be good.
But yeah, thank you for telling me about your world. I know you've had time to settle with it still, but
Yeah.
still just it's an incomparable loss.
Yeah, I did discuss a bit with Atlas about burial rites and everything she did for her people because she lost the entirety of her nation after all. But like, I don't know. What she did with it is very pretty and sad. In a ways that the imperial tomb that I'm supposed to make for my family weren't. They were all buildings of glory and retelling of history. And if you wanted to know about one of the past empresses, you just had to go there and you would have people retelling their stories and their achievements and what they did to better the empire. The empire. And I can't do that on my own for 3 members of my family. Because those are gigantic buildings with statues on top. And I have to also do that for my entire world? There's no way I can. And all the people that were in it, there's no way I can. So I'm still kind of paralyzed with the choice of what to do about this. Eventually it's gonna come to me, I'm sure, but, well, if I don't die first.
I'm gonna endeavor to make sure that doesn't happen. I think the others are too, even if they aren't happy with us.
Yeah. I do appreciate that you had your contingency plan and that you included me in it.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most meaningful gesture that I've seen from anybody around here. Even though there were plenty of kindness and gifts and everything. Just thinking about my safety.
Yeah, I would have done more for the others, but I didn't have a lot of their stuff lying around still.
Yeah. And I know your heart is bigger than just yourself and also me because you could.
I try, yeah. But if you do figure it out, I'm willing to lend a pickaxe.
That's
once
very kind.
things calm down.
Yeah, one thing at a time. Next
Yeah.
step, trying to contact Luke. And once we have
Yeah.
that,
Uh,
we can figure out what he can do. Probably working in conjunction with Jay. They have to be able, if we put those two minds together, they were probably going to find a solution. And in the meantime, we can work with the block on something else.
I hope Jay's okay.
Me too. She's in the most precarious situation of us all.
Yeah. I'm gonna see about finding a bed to shack up then, I guess. I might not stay in the pub just because I'm not entirely confident Atlas won't kill me in my sleep, so
Safe bet, safe bet.
yeah, so I'll find a
Jake-
place around here to...
Jake was looking for a place, I think, to bunk up, but I don't know where he went.
He has a habit of disappearing, I've noticed.
Yeah. And I've noticed also he has a good instinct on when he should leave a situation because things are going to explode. So I'm hoping this isn't one of those cases. I did leave him a message asking him to stay. Oh, Atlas would probably wreck my head straight off my shoulders if she knew, but you know what? She doesn't like anybody I like, so...
Yeah. Well, it's just... we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
And
maybe
as
we
much
can...
as he's a pain in the ass, Jake is extremely clever.
Yeah. I agree with that. Maybe we can just grab you a bed and get you to sleep essentially in my living area. I'm sorry, it's not a very big one, but...
You're fine. I'll find a place out. There's tons of nooks and crannies. There's a whole barracks back this way, actually. I just remembered that. I can steal a bed from there or something. Move it somewhere more, comfortable.
Yeah. And we can make you a room somewhere. Oh! There is the... Yeah, there's the barracks. Otherwise, there's another room that seemed to be Ethan's old room, if you want to stick it to the man one last time.
Oh, that is very tempting. I'm just gonna steal one of the beds, just in case.
Okay. Because otherwise it's not even very far, it's just outside of the rampart.
Alright, let's have a look.
Yippee.
Ooh, yeah, I see they cleaned that up a bit. That... ooh. Let me see. Ladder.
This way.
Oh, that way? Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's stairs for easy access, that's one of the only building. Yeah, it's still full of his stuff. And you might want to clean up a bit of the glow lichen. You know what? I support this decision. Oh, hold on. Don't break anymore. We can use these.
Oh, you're so right. Okay, then I'll get set up then. I still have to go over the circle diagrams and make sure everything's intact, but thanks for welcoming me.
Yeah, I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you. I'll go bug the others later at some point. We're definitely going to need Leon too for the command block stuff.
Yeah, he was one of the researchers, right?
Yeah. He got to work with them a lot before we had the war, so...
I'm sure with you and Andrew and Leon, we're gonna figure out some way.
Yeah. Oh, okay, it's night, I guess. I was just trying to set my respawn point.
I'm gonna let you sleep then.
Alright. Good night then, I suppose. Goodbye, Sel.
Good night. I'll see you around.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to have a friendly face around that I don't have to tiptoe around. And we did some good work in the library. Hi, everybody. Maybe I'll check the coordinates a bit later. And I still have to find a place for Evryl's stuff. Ah, hold on. So that was one of the books that stood out because this one has sand coming off of it every time I shake it. I don't know if it was Kevin's, I don't think it was, but let's read it again. My sins. Forgive me, my love. I can feel myself sleeping. I am so sorry. Trying to right these wrongs, I have wronged you. It would also appear I hate myself more than I love you. Please, Araya, my desert rose, forsake me, the weight of my sins are too heavy, and I am so very tired. Cast me away, and let my body dissolve into the ocean's depth. I am not reading the parts in Latin. Please forgive me. Let the white whale scatter my bones through the ravaging sea. God pray may my soul never be found, nor carried to any life hereafter. Araya, my love for you is boundless, but I must depart. You must brave the desert without me. Forsake me. Araya, my love, my heart will always belong to you, though it will never beat again. Sincerely, your blue orchid. And then coordinates. I wonder how far this is from New Sun City. Well, we have 2 places with coordinates that we could investigate. I need to find somewhere to put these. And yeah. Maybe clean up my inventory a bit. Who knew walking around with a mage could create such a clutter? Alright. Evryl decided to entrust us with the command block. I really hope it goes well. Thank you everybody for coming! I wasn't expecting that much of a catch-up. That could honestly stand almost as a full lore stream, and I just wanted to have a talk with everyone. Or anybody else that would show up, really. Almost 3 hours, yeah, I know! Maybe I just kept fucking talking. Me too! This is the problem! We are such role players, you and I! We just started treating this like a D&D session, which was the point. Because I suddenly had the urge to do something in the SMP, and I was like, anybody that wants to come, let me know, and please come, and let's just talk in character. I knew this would happen. I was looking forward to it, and I enjoyed every second of it. That's why I like you both as your DM. Yeah. Thank you. Sitting here sobbing. Oh, Kevin, no! Listening about the Queen Empress speech? Chronovem, something worse? Who knows? Maybe I know, maybe even I don't know. You'll never figure it out. I'm sure as hell never gonna tell. But yeah. Sel's background. And why she couldn't just come up to somebody and be like, I am Empress Salamina, just do what I say. Like, but it also explains some of her moments where she is more entitled? That's not exactly the word I want to use. But essentially the first time she saw Ethan, for example, in Oaktown, and instead of like greeting him or anything, she was like, so have you come to apologize? Because she was switching full Empress at that moment. She was like, I am not bending the neck. I am not bending the knee. You are not stepping on me. Certainly not Sel at this point. Yeah, true. Moon. yeah. So, as expected, I did not look at chat at all. Yeah. Thank you everybody very much for coming. I'm now going to chuck myself in bed because I have work tomorrow. That was so lovely and touching. Oh, thank you. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna go yeet myself in bed. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you and bye bye.